everybody, welcome back to another Phasmophobia video. Today is going to be a check your knowledge type video where we're gonna go in 3 times on Nightmare. I did just prestige, so we're going in with all tier 1 items, and you guys are gonna kind of watch and kind of consider what ghosts we might have after we've collected our 2 pieces of evidence. And then at the end, I will say what the ghost is, and we can show off why that ghost is that ghost. But I'm gonna jump cut to when we found the ghost, because it can take a while to find the ghost sometimes, and I'm lagging. Okay, so I think we have found the room. The thermo is dropping, and we also have a paint can on the ground, which I think is old because we don't have EMF on it anymore. Ooh! EMF 2 on that. That was a slap on the cooler. All right, so let's go grab some of our other stuff and see what we got. All right, let's see if we've got any orbs here. I feel like it's hard to see. Let me bring this over here. EMF 3, because a thrown item will give you EMF 3. I feel like it's hard to see sometimes the ghost orbs with the tier 1 camera because it's such a small screen. So I gotta take it off the tripod and bring it a little closer to my face. That'll probably help a little bit. But I am not seeing any orbs at all. Now, orbs can be kind of tricky because sometimes they like clip into the wall, or just for whatever reason you don't find them the first time. So I do like to revisit. Ooh, that scared the crap out of me. I don't know why. I do like to revisit orbs at some point because I don't always find them the first time. Now I think we need some spirit box and some salt and a UV. I think that's what we're gonna grab next. I usually like to grab salt along with my UV because sometimes the ghosts just don't like to touch doors or flick on light switches, or we have plenty of coolers for this to slap, but it's been a minute, so probably isn't going to be there if we do in fact have UV. So I like to bring salt and a UV at the same time. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Ooh, we have spirit box. All right. So spirit box is our first evidence. Beautiful. All right, and now we just gotta keep checking for others. We're not... Ooh, we're stepping. We're stepping with no feet. Stepping with no feet. So, because we have a spirit box and it can't be an obake, I'm gonna say we actually don't have UV. A lot of the times we do have to keep double checking just because we don't know if there's a possibility it could be an obake, but since that's not even on our list, we're not gonna get UV. That doesn't mean our ghost doesn't have UV, it just might be that it's hiding UV. So now we got to, I guess, double check for orbs at the moment. We need to bring this over here to it too. Oh, jeez, that scared me. Right in my face. Still EMF 3s though, no EMF 5s going on. All right, before we get too carried away, I wanna make sure that I have a smudge stick handy because I am standing in the dark and I would like a flashlight too if possible. Still no EMF 5 is happening. So let me go grab some of those things. I might even bring a crucifix and then we'll continue our investigation. Now, as a new player, I would definitely maybe try to investigate your ghost with the lights on. Just because your sanity is going... Ooh, that's below freezing. That's below freezing. Simply because standing in the dark will make your sanity drop. And if your lights are on, your sanity won't drop. At least not as fast. It's unclear to me personally whether or not you drain any sanity standing under a light like this. My understanding is that you don't. Unless there are partially darkened areas in the room and then it drops less fast. But I could be wrong there. I don't know. This is something that I got from the Phasmo wiki. But I don't know how often that gets updated. But it looks like we have freezing, so we do have all of our evidence. Now remember, on nightmare mode, because we have freezing, if you have any combination of freezing, spirit box, ultraviolet, or ghost orbs, you have to double check for mimic. So we are gonna look for orbs one more time. One more time we are gonna look for orbs. And then at that point we could potentially... Did I see something over here? I don't know what that is. There's like a little weird light on that. Okay, it's fine. You broke my lights. Of course you did. Scared the crap out of me though. Scared the absolute crap out of me. Okay, so I do not see orbs. So in this case, and this is the only ghost that I'm gonna really talk about, like knocking off our list here, is it's probably not a mimic, but you have to consider orbs in that whole scenario. So we just had to talk about it. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense here. But we need to test for these 3 ghosts. We can do this a couple of different ways. Probably the quickest way is going to be to get a hunt. I won't explain anything, but you guys just listen and take notes. Take note of what's happening. All right, this should break. Beautiful. So the hunt is going to last longer because we broke the mirror. We have a curse hunt right now. So it's never a good idea to use your curse possession if you're not prepared for the consequences of the curse possession. In this case, a long hunt is not a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We are 0 sanity. I'm gonna go grab our crucifix off the ground because, well, I want it to hunt. Because in this case, this particular ghost can be determined during a hunt. There are some ghosts that can, some ghosts that can't. This one can. Again, I'm not telling you what it is, but we will wait for the next hunt. All right. So if you didn't catch on to what those hunts were telling you, let me real quickly, we're just gonna real quickly jump cut to the first hunt and the second hunt, and tell me if you notice something. So you may have noticed between those 2 hunts that one of them was kind of slow and the other one was kind of fast. Now, out of all these ghosts, which one do you think it is? Keep in mind that I was 0% sanity when I broke the mirror, so we were already at 0% sanity, and between the 2 hunts, there was a slow hunt and then a fast hunt. So take a moment and guess what you think this ghost is. And if you said twins, you would be absolutely correct. This is one of the easiest ways to identify the twins, is whether it is fast one hunt and slow the next hunt. So let's go back in there. We're gonna get one more hunt, and then you tell me if it's the fast twin or the slow twin. Okay, our ghost is hunting. Which twin do you think this is? If you struggle to figure out what this ghost is, or which twin this is, what you can do is you can use the song "It's the Rhythm of a Ghost" to determine what normal speed is. Because that beat, if you stay on that beat, that's normal speed. It's the rhythm of a ghost. So that ghost was actually the fast twin. That was actually the fast twin. So if you guess fast twin, you got it correct. Another thing that you can do to figure out if it's the twins is if it interacts with something and then immediately interacts with something else further away from you. That's called a twin interaction. It's gonna try to interact with things at the same time, but it's like half a second off. That's another way that you can determine that it's twins. Now that's a little bit harder to do. The hunts are like a dead giveaway. So if you notice that one hunt is slow, the other is fast, you do also have to be very careful not to say Moroi, because Moroi's speed is tied to your sanity, and as you drop in sanity, if the Moroi is hitting those same speeds that the twins, the slow twin and the fast twin hit, then you might be like, oh, this seems like the twins, because it'll eventually hit. So the slow twin moves at 1.5 meters per second. I think it's more specifically 1.53, but we'll just go with it. So as you become more insane. The Moroi does hit that 1.5 meters per second, and then it also hits the 1.9-ish meters per second that the fast twin moves at. But then it gets even faster, so you have to just make sure. If you're like, oh, this is slow, and then this is slow, and then it's fast, and then it's slow again, then you know you have twins, as long as you didn't take pills if you had a Moroi. But if you notice different, it's only 2 speeds. That's going to be your twins. For Moroi, you're just gonna get a progressively faster ghost, and then it's just gonna be insanely fast at the end. Hopefully that makes sense. But with that said, let's get out of here with the twins. We'll just get to the screen, and then we'll move on to our next ghost. There we go. We got the twins. All right, let's move on to our next ghost. Okay. We just had a door touch. Where was that? Was it here? It sounded like it was the hallway as well, potentially. Maybe not. I swear sometimes I'm like, yeah, that sounds like it's further away. Okay, so I think it touched this door. I'm getting the coldest temperatures here, but it wasn't going below 15. Everywhere else was kind of over 15. Or excuse me, it wasn't getting below 10. Usually, if it's not snowing outside, you want a ghost room below 10. That's going to tell you that that's where your ghost is. But if it's snowing outside, you might have to go below 5 for it to be your ghost room. So I think we're about to go below 10. So laundry room is going to be our ghost room. Let me go grab some more stuff, and then we'll reconvene. All right, let's check for orbs in here. And we do have orbs. There we go. Perfect. That's our first evidence. Place the book. Dots are kind of weird in this small, tiny room. Let me see if I can put it in the corner. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. Maybe I'll go grab another dot. Hello? Hello? Wait, where did my EMF go? Is it... Oh, it's right here. It's upside down. All right, it touched this. Unfortunately, we don't have a UV, so I can't double check UV there, but that's what I want to grab next. All right, I'm fairly certain I'm too late for that, but I'm still gonna check it. All right, I did grab salt as well, so we're just gonna place that there. Throw this like this. Try spirit box. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? I do not see feet. Do not see feet anywhere. But, and I don't know how obakes work with feet. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like maybe they just have fewer feet that they leave behind, but we may have to double check. Probably not, but we may have to double check for obake. Because we do have orbs, and obakes do have orbs, so we just want to be thorough on that front. Let's see, we got EMF 3. It threw something. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Do you see how the button is still turning red? It's recognizing that I'm saying things. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? So that means... Sorry, Piper's in the background. That means that I can... It's like still registering me. I can still talk, and I can also do the EMF at the same time. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you near? Okay. I'm gonna turn that off for now because I am not getting... Okay, we still have orbs here. That's beautiful. All right. Ghost has not moved. We want to double check... Ooh! Double check the thingies. Probably not going to be thingies. Probably not thingies or UV. But of course, we have to call it thingies, right? Still only getting EMF 2 on door touches. We got orbs. That's all we have so far. It is kind of getting warmer here, so it could mean that our ghost is trying to move. I've had a lot of moving ghosts lately. Everywhere else is kind of still on the warm side, but just double checking. It's still wanting to to touch these doors anyway, so. Okay. We just gotta figure out what that last piece of evidence is. Sometimes they don't come to you easy. All right, it does look like our ghost, hello, is trying to change rooms here, so I think it's trying to move in here because I did hear the locker open earlier. Still no fingies. I'm gonna say we don't have a fingerprints ghost. I shouldn't say that. What I should say, yep, there's our orb. What I should say is that our ghost is not going to display fingerprints, but it could still be a ghost with fingerprints. Let me see if I can put... Oh! So, unfortunately, this ghost did not afford us a second piece of evidence. And sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes that's the way it is. We're still going to try to collect our second piece of evidence. But based on what just happened there, we can probably make some assumptions on what this ghost is. But let's just see if we can get any of that evidence. We're gonna try. We're gonna definitely try. So let's see. Okay, so we did just get hunted one more time. I think it's time we take pills. Just purely so we can actually gather a second piece of evidence. Unfortunately, the garage is a little bit of a tricky place to get evidence sometimes, so I'm gonna take one pill? Two pills? Did I actually take that other pill? I guess I did. I wasn't sure that I actually did. But our ghost is definitely in there. We just gotta see what other piece of evidence it's wanting to give us. Okay, there we go. Finally. Finally, we get our second piece of evidence. We have dots. We have dots. Beautiful. So, with that said, and based on our first hunt, what ghost can we maybe infer that this is? And we'll let you guys think about that. We're gonna do one more hunt. One more hunt. I'm gonna turn off all these electronics for no reason whatsoever. Okay, none of our electronics are on. I did take some pills earlier, so our sanity should be kind of on the higher side. So I'm gonna find our cursed possession and kind of mess around with it to get it to hunt, and then we'll see what this ghost is. Oh, she's coming. Ooh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but she changed speeds. I forgot to turn an electronic off somewhere. My flashlight. My flashlight. I forgot to turn my flashlight off on the ground. Oh my goodness. Okay. So watch this. Watch this. If you haven't figured out what this ghost is, please take a moment, pause the video, think about it. What ghost is going to be fast on this list, but also fast under certain conditions? Because this ghost was changing speeds in the middle of a hunt. There are only 2 ghosts that can change speeds in the middle of their hunt without line of sight. So keep in mind, like, revenants can change their speed during the hunt, but it's based on what they can see, right? Or sense. See or sense. Hantus change speeds in the middle of the hunt because it's dependent on how cold or warm a room is. And there's one other ghost that can do that. And if you guessed Raiju, you would be correct. So I turned off all the electronics in the garage, and so it was slow whenever it was in the garage or over here in the kitchen, and then it got faster when it was next to my flashlight over there. And hopefully I am low enough sanity. In fact, I'm gonna stand over here to drop my sanity. But because I forgot to turn off my flashlight, it was very, very fast anytime it was near it. Let me wait for one more hunt, you guys, and then we'll kind of showcase that a little bit more. Okay, so now she's hunting. You'll notice she's very normal speed. We're gonna get her to come over here. And as soon as I turn on my electronic, she's gonna get really fast. Turn it off. Instantly slow again. Turn it on. Raijus can gain line of sight speed in this state, but if you have electronics on, they're gonna move at a solid 2.5 meters per second, even if they have line of sight of you. That is a Raiju. And let's go for our last and final ghost today.
Jobs ready.
All right. We did in fact have a Raiju, so let's go. And then we're gonna go back to Tanglewood because it's just, you know, a map that probably a lot of new beginners are gonna know the best. So we will we'll bring you back when we have the ghost. Oh, I heard something in here. I think it threw the tiny hat. I think it threw the tiny hat. I think here, question mark, our temps are kind of going down. I haven't even turned on the breaker. It did throw that tiny hat like the second that I walked in. But let's go find the breaker here. Not here. It's gonna be in the basement. That did sound like it was nursery area. Also, just checking for our cursed possession, just in case we need it. Just in case we need it. All right. Let me go grab some other stuff, and we'll start investigating. Okay, so let's check for orbs. I don't see it on this side. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, that was a light switch. That was a light switch, not an orb. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that here. We'll set that up, especially because the ghost is at the door at the moment. Only EMF 2 on that. It is getting colder here, but it's not. Well, it's dipping. It's definitely dipping. Oh, okay. Well, that's dots. That's dots that we saw with our eyes. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna go grab salt. We're gonna grab salt, UV, and spirit box. Go from there. Didn't see orbs. Hasn't gone to freezing yet. Spirit box, UV, and salt. I like to bring a salt with me because sometimes the ghosts don't like to touch the doors, or sometimes I can't get the UV fast enough when it has touched the door, which it did touch the door, but I think we might be a little late for that. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that was a ghost event. That scared the crap out of me. Goodness gracious, and it was so quiet. That was such a quiet event. Oh, anyway, that's why you always need to have, hello, welcome back, an escape route. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? Are you friendly? So with the ghost having walked by like that, that's the best time to use your spirit box because that's the actual physical ghost walking through the dots. It's no longer just an interaction that the ghost does on the dots. That's why I wanted to hop onto that very, very quickly. All right, can you, with that said too, if you place salt underneath the dots walking ghost, it will step in your salt. Okay, step in my salt. Don't scare me like this again. But anyway, I was saying, remember your escape plan. So if I'm in here and I'm hearing it hunt from out there, I'm gonna hide right here. Actually, I could hide here. This one's always open? Wait, what is that? Okay, it did step in the salt. Did step in the salt. There is no UV on this door. Didn't see any feet with the salt either. I thought I heard a bigger EMF here, but maybe not. Maybe we don't have a bigger EMF, which is fine. But yeah, I would have hidden right here. If it had hunted from this room, we would have ran probably to the kitchen because I can loop around the kitchen counter pretty easily. If you're not confident with looping around the kitchen counter, as long as you crouch and stay behind here, usually the ghost won't come to you. If it does, you just keep walking it around, and as long as you don't have electronics on, it's never gonna know you're there. It's just gonna simply kind of walk past you. But let's see, we're not getting anything else here. Still only EMF 2s on these door knocks. Is not, well, okay, hold on. I feel like sometimes you have to hold. No, it's not getting colder, but sometimes you have to hold the thermo for it to actually do anything. We just saw the dots again. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? And this one's being stubborn. Okay. Getting colder, question mark? Still no EMF 5 happening here. Steppy steppies. Still no UV. Not a single thing of UV. Alright. Well, while we're trying to get the second piece of evidence, I'm gonna go grab a smudge stick and a crucifix. Actually, did I bring in a crucifix? No, I didn't. Okay, never mind. This was just my book. Well, never mind then. Never mind then. We have gotten some ghost writing, apparently. All right, and this one should be fairly easy to figure out, honestly. We can figure it out without even a hunt, even though both of these ghosts are hunt ghosts. And there's a specific reason for it that I am not going to necessarily say right off the bat. I want to go through a hunt just to see if you guys can figure out what it is, and then we can talk about why we can figure it out without a hunt at all. So let me figure out where the cursed possession is. Was it a music box? I don't remember it being... Maybe. Let me double check. Hello. Very active. Very, very active. Okay. Yeah, I gotta figure out where... Is it a monkey paw? Is it a monkey paw? I hate monkey paw. No, it is not. Maybe it's... So rude. It is a floppy Frank. All right, let's go. Let's just pull pins. Okay, hang on. I would like my lights back on, please. It is still over here. It is not walking back to its room. It is not as fast as I was expecting, I will tell you that. But it is faster than normal speed. So by now you should be able to tell what this ghost is. So pause the video and determine what the ghost is. Lock in your answers. If you said Fae, you would be correct. And the reason we can tell that this is already a Fae just by these evidence is because Diogen has forced spirit box. So remember, we're on Nightmare. We're on Nightmare mode, which means one evidence is concealed. One of those pieces of evidence needs to be, absolutely needs to be spirit box in order for it to be a Diogen. Also, Diogens can find you wherever you are on the map. It does not matter at all where you are on the map. It will find you unless it's at the tippy top of Point Hope and you're at the bottom of Point Hope, then it can't run that fast. Oh god, that was a hunt. Whew. For some reason I thought I had a crucifix, so that spooked me a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, I wasn't sure if it was coming here, and I didn't have my hands on the keyboard originally, so just making sure. Just making sure. May have inked. It's fine. So this Fae is actually a little bit slower than I would have thought it would have been, especially because I forced the hunt very kind of early. I wouldn't say we were here for that long. However, we were in its room for a while, so it could have done a few steps of aging. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab some crucifixes and another smudge stick and just try to get it as old as possible, and then I'll bring you back with that same ghost, and you'll see that it's much slower at that point. Okay, I have hung out with this ghost for probably about another 5 minutes or so, and it did use both my crucifixes, but it took a very, very long time for it to burn those crucifixes. So it is definitely getting aged. It's getting less active. I think we need to go turn on our breaker here real quick, but I don't know if this is the oldest it can be, but we just need to listen to it during a hunt to see exactly how old it is. Or I should say roughly how old it is. But it should be very, very slow at this point. And it's gonna take a while for it to hunt because, well, it's old and it doesn't want to hunt anymore. So let me just make sure, actually, let me make sure that all of my pins, oh, never mind, it's hunting. Very slow at the moment. I don't know if that's the slowest it can be, but you'll also notice that this Fae is not going to gain line of sight speed. So the only way it becomes, it can never get faster, but the only way it gets slower is by you being around it and aging it. Even just being here during a hunt, just walking around with it, it will get slower. It will eventually age. You just have to be near it, but it's still going to be checking to see if somebody is in the room with it during a hunt, and it will age it. We're too fast for this ghost. Too fast. I just lost my sprint. All right. Let me just, you know, just for kicks. Yes. We triggered a hunt again, which is great. And I feel like it might be even slower, or it could just be, I don't know. I might be debating myself, but it is extremely slow. So that's a thing for you. Unfortunately, or fortunately, for the very first knowledge check, we didn't get any normal speed ghosts. We didn't get a darn single normal speed ghost. We had the twins, we had a Raiju, and we had Faye. But if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Let me know, because I can do more of these. I can do more of these types of videos if they're helpful for you. Also, we do have a sponsor this month. It's really easy. It's free. It's free, and it does support the channel. It's called Opera GX. It's a browser, a web browser made for gamers, and it's got a whole bunch of really cool features like like a built-in VPN, built-in dark pages. You can set limits to your CPU and RAM usage and your network usage. Excuse me, not RAM usage, network usage. But link will be in the description box if you're interested. Again, it's free. If you don't like it, uninstall it, but it does support the channel. But yeah, that's it. Boom. There's our Thay. Let me see how many times it aged, because we can double check over here and see. Abilities used 9, so it could have aged 1 more time. There are 10 ages that it can go through, so it could have aged 1 more time. It could have gotten even slower, but I digress. Again, if it was helpful, make sure you leave a thumbs up on it. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. I am trying to get to YouTube partner eventually. But I appreciate you. If I missed anything, if you didn't find this at all helpful, let me know. Let me know. All the feedback is really, really good. But that's all I got for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.